All right, what's going on, folks? We're here with another reaction video, and this one is a Steam Deck review. And, Steam Deck's not for everybody. I'll be the first to admit that. So I want to see what Homeboy's reason here is for what he's talking about. Why the Steam Deck is truly garbage for the money. PC Gamer's Steam Deck review. This is from Quantum TV. This popped up because I did another reaction video not that long ago to, somebody being stupid about it. Well, I guess we'll find out how stupid this is. Because if it's a PC gamer's perspective, this is going to probably be, PC Master Race kind of bullshit. So I guess we'll find out.
If you've been thinking about buying a Steam Deck, don't waste your money. It's not worth it. Just so we're clear, I bought the $650 version. Most of the people having this conversation probably don't even have the same exact version that I have here, didn't invest half as much, okay? Or maybe just half, right? Bought the cheapest one and think that earns them some sort of ability to speak at the table. Let's call it what it is. I invested in the Steam Deck because I'm a PC gamer. I absolutely love gaming on PC, okay? Don't take my word for it. I'm gonna show you. This is my first rig, okay? Got my Tondro there, got some nice RGB lights, right? RTX 2080 Super, you can probably see it right up here, right? 2080 Super, fantastic, okay? Lovely RTX rig. Beautiful fans, wonderful case, right, first rig. This is my...
So, first thing I'm going to tell Homeboy right off the bat is you are not the audience for the fucking Steam Deck. If you think an integrated GPU is going to compare it to this, you're a fucking moron. That's it. You do not understand the concept of the Steam Deck. Now, Valve can say it's a PC. Yes, it's a PC, but generically, most people are going to review it as a fucking console. It's a console that does some PC shit. That's it. Ironically, which I'm going to find really ironic, is this is actually being done on the Steam Deck. It's not a PC. Idiot. The Steam Deck is not for you. That is totally fine. But if you go into it expecting 3080 performance or 2080 performance, you're a fucking mark for yourself. And in case you don't know what a mark is, it's a fucking wrestling term. Look it up. You buy into the bullshit, basically, of your own hype. So, this is going to be a bad video.
Second rig. Pretty much my baby right here, all right? You've got the RTX 3080 Ti right here, right? Okay? Just so we're fucking clear as to where I like to game, how I like to game, okay? This is my setup. All right? And here we are back on the Steam Deck. Now, I think this gives me enough of the ability to tell you that as a real PC gamer who...
And there's the problem, folks. PC Master Race for the win. I know better than everybody. As a real gamer, shut the fuck up. If you play COD casually, and that's the only game you play, you're a gamer. If you play fucking Fruit Ninja on your phone, you're a fucking gamer. Shut up, you fucking realist, elitist, gatekeeping douche.
Actually invests thousands upon thousands of dollars in PC.
And if you invest thousands upon thousands of dollars into technology, that is your choice, your prerogative. It does not make you an expert. Spending money does not make you an expert in shit. It makes you a person of spending money on shit. You're a consumer. Shut up.
This one particular Steam Deck is over $650 before taxes, okay? And it does not do a very crucial thing. Let me kind of spell this whole thing out for you, right? Because maybe I sound like an angry customer, because I am. You see, the Steam Deck was purchased exclusively on the Steam store on their website, right? You can't go to Amazon, you can't go to Best Buy, you can't go to Walmart. You have to purchase it directly from Steam. When you do this, you do not, I repeat, do not have access to your entire library. This is a violation, in my opinion, 100%. Because when I...
You dumb fucking chode. Again, if you think you're going to play your entire library on this system, regardless of, you're going to go with software compatibility, and I know where this argument is going. If they didn't put Windows on it, then you wouldn't have audio drivers. This is a consoleized version of PC gaming. What don't you get about that? I know this mentality is not something you will fucking understand because you have your head shoved so far up your own ass that your head's trying to poke out your penis because, you know, that's what requires your fucking tunnel vision of this is gaming. No, this is you being a fucking chode.
Nintendo and I buy the Switch, they don't say, oh yeah, we're selling a Nintendo Switch, but you got to check to see what's compatible, even though we're selling it to you.
That's why there's verified on deck. Fucking chode.
You see, people talk all that crap like the Nintendo Switch is just a toy for children. But the truth is, they have rated M for mature games and a backlog of multiplats. I guess we're just going to ignore that, right? And the thing is, they're not even Steam. They're not even known for multiplats. And Steam, who, again, multiplats carry this fucking machine, okay, can't even be bothered to make sure all of them work when you bought it directly from them. Like my...
Dog, you do realize that every fucking version of Windows that comes out, more games die off that are available on Steam? Go install Time Shift. Oh, it's too old. Go install fucking Fallout New Vegas. Go install Fallout 3. You know, big AAA games that don't fucking work without messing around with DLLs and regex and all the other nonsense that you have to do in order to get the crap to work. PC gaming has its issues too. You're just glazing over them because you're used to it. Fucking Mark.
Steam library, I only have a little over 20% out of the 96 games I purchased. It might not sound like a big deal to people who like tinkering or who like doing dumb shit that are completely irrelevant for a handheld console, but for somebody who bought a handheld console because that's what it is, this is a waste of money, a fundamental waste of money.
Yes, it's a handheld console, and there's a reason it's called playable, verified, and unsupported or unknown. Filter your fucking shit to playable and then view it that way. You are taking the PC master race bullshit mentality of, I want a 3080 in a handheld to a console that is not plausible. You fucking idiot.
$650 before taxes, and guess what? You don't even get...
Oh, and just so we're clear, this particular piece of technology you're referring to, you know, it's like $700 after everything with taxes and all the other shit. You do realize, you fucking mark, that a laptop, there's high-end stuff like the Sony Vaio, or sorry, not Sony, but the Vaio line, which is like $800 that has integrated Intel graphics. Good luck gaming on that, fucking idiot. I spent over $1,000 on a 11th gen i7 16 gigs and a 3050 Ti specifically. The fact that I can game on the Steam Deck on the go without having to pop open a laptop for under $1,000 and get a halfway decent consoleized experience to take with me on the go is the best thing ever. And the nice thing is you can determine, and this is where you're going to get into, you can determine the experience on the fucking deck through that janky software and all the other crap you're probably going to be spewing here in a few minutes because, you know, empty air in between fucking ears. End of the day, It's a console. And you're taking a PC mentality to it. It doesn't work for you. That's fine. But the objective opinion is fucking stupid because your angle of approach is fucking unrealistic.
OLED screen, you get an IPS screen that is so crappy. It's like back in 2000, in the early 2000s, like 2004 or whatever, when everybody was putting those little screens that fold down in your Hummers and shit.
You are a fucking idiot. Most IPS screens did not start coming out until the late 2010s.
I'm telling you right now, bro, this is the kind of screen that's in there. Okay? It's trash. Literally trash. It's an old, outdated screen. And the best thing about it is that it's sharp, but that's it. Colors are terrible. They could have did better. Then, for that $650 before taxes, you got some small ass storage. They couldn't even be bothered to give you a terabyte. Let me put that in perspective for you. Not a single gaming console, not handheld, console to date is $650 before taxes. Okay?
Where have you been for the last fucking 3 years 2 years, generically, 2.5 years, basically since COVID? Where have you been? No console is $650 fucking dollars? Go buy a disc-based PS5. Fucking idiotic. God damn motherfucker. I spent over $600 on the fucking Xbox Series X. To say that a console does not cost that much, you are lying flat out for the last 2.5 years. That has been a flat out fucking lie, and you know it.
And it has a...
And let's not even mention the fact that Sony just raised the base price of the PS5. And Microsoft probably ain't fucking far behind.
Of storage, it has way more than what this offers.
Oh, and no console ships under a terabyte. You looked at the Switch OLED. It only ships with 64 gigs. Idiot.
And way more power. They are grossly overcharging because they think you are stupid. Because they think you don't know any better as a gamer. And many gamers don't. Many gamers just want, I want my games on the go. And they make sure to optimize all the dumb boy games, okay? If you don't know what those are, I'm not going to spell them out for you, okay? Dumb boy games, trendy little dumb boy games are always available on these kinds of devices. But games that people like to play to unwind and have fun and to relax, like Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, things like that, not compatible with this fucking thing, right? Some games, even though they say they're not compatible, if you want to take the chance, you can download, and they sometimes work. Wonderful. Then you get hope. But then you download another game, and you invest 50 gigabytes just to figure out, as you're playing the game, when the video effects roll in, the game literally crashes. So Steam was not incorrect when they said
that. That's why it is important to understand what verified and playable and unsupported and the unknown categories are. Now, can Valve do a better job and make the verified the default only view on a library? Yes. Generically, that's what they do. Can they make it a better experience and have more games available by making the playable and the verified stuff the default view? Yes. You're not wrong there. I will give you credit on that one. However, if you start jumping around into unsupported or unknown, it's called big bold letters of unsupported and unknown. Venture at your own risk. Valve is not gonna gatekeep like you would expect on a console. They will ship a default experience with the verified or the playable titles. And then if you want to venture into the unknown and tinker and do all that shit, they're not gonna stop you. You're not used to that when it comes to a console. That's where it starts getting to the PC part of it. I'm viewing the deck and the verified and the other stuff strictly as a console and that user experience. You are trying to have this bastardized version of like, oh, it's a console, but I want to do PC gaming at, 4K at, 144 hertz, like a fucking coding PC Master Race Elite dickhead you are.
games don't play. right? So now you're out 50 gigabytes on your machine. You have to uninstall it, go through this whole process. You're out the time it took to install all that. It's miserable. So I'm sitting here at a point where I have this really garbage handheld, because let me tell you right now, if you buy a handheld from a company and they can't be bothered to optimize their entire library, and let me tell you, okay, as a real PC gamer, not that bullshit kid that's on some IPS garbage monitor. I'm on a Quantum Dot OLED with rigs that cost thousands of dollars.
And cool for you, bro. Cool. Doesn't make you any less of a fucking dick and a chode. And I would say, you know, some people have better things to spend their money on. Just saying. You want to dump your money into it? Cool. Not everyone's you. But this real, oh, I'm a real gamer, it's a load of horse shit, dude. You can keep your perspective and you can keep your prerogative. And it, like I keep saying, like, if Steam Deck's not for you, cool. I get it. It's not for everybody, and that's totally fine. Some people who want to tinker, it's great for. Some people who just want the console experience, it's great for. But it's not for everybody. And that's okay. And if you're coming at it from the PC master race end of it, it is definitely not going to be for you. But if you were a PC gamer and a real gamer and, you know, all the other crap, you would actually know from the get-go that this fucking device was not going to be for you. And really, at the end of the day, the problem is you.
Okay, let me tell you, as a real fucking PC gamer that's been modding thousands of hours of content into my game and shit, hiring modders to fucking mod my games up, okay?
Cool for you, bruh. You know, if you wanted to mod your game, mod your game. If you want to go and jack off and spend all your time on Nexus mods and, you know, all the other places you can get mods or the Steam Workshop or whatever, cool for you. It doesn't make you any better or worse of a gamer than anybody else. I'm going to harp on that part more than probably anything else in this video. Biggest thing, Steam Deck's not for you. Okay, cool, whatever. I'm a real gamer, rah, rah, rah. No, you're a real fucking chode with an inflated ego and a gatekeeping douche. And you are the epitome of every fucking thing I hate. You are like game journalists. Oh, we want more inclusivity. Yet you are the first one to gatekeep because you're not a real blah, blah, blah. Fuck off.
Let me tell you, as a real PC gamer who's been emulating every single fucking console I have, ripping my fucking old libraries and turning them into ISO disk image files.
And do note, if you're into emulation and you do it on the PC, you know it's not perfect either, idiot.
So that I can emulate them. As a real fucking PC gamer, this is an insult to us because it insults what we do best. And that is not be tethered to restrictions, because never.
No, you're just tethered to a power supply. And even with a Steam Deck, you're tethered to a power supply, just a little bit less. So shut the fuck up. You're tethered to a place in a room. Unless you go and spend $6,000, $8,000 on a fucking halfway decent mobile fucking workstation, because I'm not going to call them a laptop. Until then, you're fucking shut up.
Or in the PC community, have we been told that there is a handheld device or any device that just doesn't work, period? Like, we can't just jump in and have access to everything. They turn you into a console peasant for all intents and purposes with this device, because you don't have access to your entire fucking library. You've got to wait for the developers to give you access to some shit you already bought. Doesn't that sound familiar? That's the shit you have to do on Xbox when you're trying to wait for optimized for Series X.
Actually, you do realize Xbox has backwards compatibility, you fucking idiot. Just saying. So they're actually doing one up on PlayStation and a hell of a one up on Nintendo, which does make you rebuy everything. It's like in the days of rebuying on Blu-ray or X, Y, or Z, digital, etc. Insert new way we can sell you shit here. Apparently, you've never experienced that.
It's not a fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, why? Why are we doing that on a PC device? because they think you're stupid and they think you're going to take whatever you're going to get. And you know what? Some people truly are. They ignore the fans taking off like a jet when it installs. They ignore the washed out colors, all for the sake of it's portable. If that's your only IQ level, then that's your business. But I'm telling
Oh, I would say your IQ level's not much fucking better, homie. You're just gonna be real. Like, you want to talk like computing knowledge and all this other stuff. Bruh, if you're spending X, Y, or Z amount of money on shit, why don't you have go get a 4090. Hope you got a big enough power supply. Like, I'd be more curious to see what you could potentially do with older technology. It'd probably blow your fucking mind. So, to give context to this, I've actually used older technology. My editing rig for a good 5 years was a HP EliteBook 8760W that I just perpetually kept upgrading the GPU because you can. Ironically, the Steam Deck has about the same power as that particular system, which was a quad-core i7, 4-core, 8-thread, had 16 gigs of RAM, I eventually installed 32, but at the time, 16 gigs of RAM, and it was a NVIDIA Quadro M3000M, which equates to about a GTX 960, which is an upgrade from the original one, which was an M2000, which equates to about a 460. That's 5 generations. And I was playing games like Final Fantasy VII Remake on that system. I didn't need to upgrade. I didn't need to update and all the other stuff. You are the epitome of everything I hate about fucking PC gaming. This perpetual I need to have the best all the fucking time. Cool. If that's what you want to do, spend your money, bro. But pushing the narrative that that's what people need or that's what PC gamers are expecting, you're a fucking idiot. The thing that PC gamers like is that they control the experience based on their budget, based on a lot of different factors. You can go to the high end for you. Cool. Not everyone can. So a device like this, where even at that base 400 or whatever, 400, 450, you got to upgrade the storage, 500. Okay. A Series X is going to cost you 500. A PlayStation 5 is going to cost you 500. And if you are not in that ecosystem already, $60 a drop every time, unless you do the grindy free-to-play games. So cost is fucking relative to what you expect. Cost is relative to what you're going to get in return. So a 512 gig micro SD, say you upgrade the SSD yourself. If you do that route, it's $50 generically, and it's like 10 screws on the back of the deck. Put it back together, away you go. You're $100 in, so you're $500. You have a $500 machine that you can replace. You have a $500 machine that you can buy parts for. You can replace things. You can 3D print things because they open source the schematics for the shell and everything else. You just refuse to understand that because you are, ugh, tower. That's the only way of PC gaming. No, PC gaming has far, far changed. And this is, call it what you want, the consolization of PC gaming. Because whether or not you want to admit it, bruh, a Series X, a PS5, a PS4, even a Xbox One, they're all computers. They're all PCs. They're all x86. They're not running ARM. They're not running PowerPC. They're not running Cell. They're x86. So even the consoles are computers. So therefore, every console owner, if you're going that train of logic, every console owner is actually a PC gamer too.
somebody who has the money to spend and invest into gaming, no. Literally no. Nobody should be buying this. This is not a good message to send. This is not an easily accessible device for your Steam library. A PC still remains the most accessible. You have everything day one, and it's cheaper, bro.
Based on, here's the caveat you're not giving. Based on the hardware. Weakness of PC gaming has always been the evolving nature of the hardware. The strength of console gaming, generically, not always, Gotham Knights, I'm looking at you, has been the strength of a fixed cycle of hardware that developers can learn the ins and outs and get every ounce of power out of. That's the strength and the weakness. The strength of PC gaming is the flexibility, but it's also its weakness. You just have your head shoved so far up your own fucking ass that you just don't know that.
Hook up an Xbox wireless controller. And you literally just get yourself like something like a Lenovo Yoga or whatever the fuck, okay? If you don't care about colors. Or you can step up to a nice Alpha Flex book or whatever the fuck, and you can just emulate that way. Like, do whatever you want. You can buy a gaming PC literally with an RTX 3050 in it for like $650, the same price as this fucking machine, bro. Let that sink in. People are talking about how this is great for gaming on the go portable. There's bro, you can't put it in a pocket. There's nothing more portable than a laptop. I mean, really.
There's nothing more portable than a laptop, except for I need the controller, the power brick, the case, the space, at least 15 inches of, area for the 15-inch form factor that most laptops are. Or I can literally pick this up and hold it this close, this far, this far. Whereas laptop is this, without the need for a desk or a structure of solid area. Because if you're a real PC gamer, you know trackpads are shit for gaming. So you're going to need space over here, bruh. Just saying.
And it gets to a point where I get really frustrated because I had emulation working on this. It's a bit of a hassle to get it working on this, right? Everything on this device is like, you've got to tinker with it. You've got to kind of perfect it. But
you got to tinker with it. It's fucking emulation. Of course you got to tinker with it, you dumb shit.
It's a handheld. There's never been a handheld that has required this much babying in history. And I don't care what you say, when you've got to download all these special programs to get games to work, and you've got to go through all this troubleshooting, bro, there's a glitch in here called Echo Cancellation Sync. When that hits, all of your audio stops working. So as
this is a real B&H customer story. Steph Mandis came to B&H to take her photography to the next level.
So as people,
so we're gonna go here for a second. Audio. You mean this thing? Right here? Where literally all you have to do is go into Steam and tell it to go to the speakers. Because, I'm in desktop mode right now. Audio cancel sync. Speaker. HDMI. And if I plug my headphones in, it'll give me Raven 2, Firefly, Reno audio processor, and it'll say headphones. You just don't know how to use the device. If you're a big old bad real PC gamer, you would understand changing audio sources, but apparently not.
people try to tell you that this is the best handheld and Nintendo Switch had better watch out, there's nothing Nintendo needs to worry about because their entire fucking library works day one. Period.
That you have to rebuy everything on. Period.
You bought this directly and exclusively from Steam through your Steam store, and you can't play everything that they sold you. That alone should be grounds for some sort of like class action lawsuit. They should absolutely be held accountable for selling products that don't support the full library. Like, 'cause what the fuck is that, dude? Like, I couldn't speak lowly enough about this.
Doug, when you go and buy, say a Spotify subscription, there's stuff on there. It's not available from the artist. When you go and pay for a Netflix subscription, there's not shit on there. There are companies that will literally rip products you have bought off your device. I'm looking at you, Amazon, and certain Kindle books. Valve, at least, when a company delists a game, etc., if you bought it, you've still been able to download it. I'm not sure if you're stupid, that you had a lobotomy and they took the entire fucking brain, or if you literally are just so fucking cemented in your way of viewing things that you just, this is what I want, this is what I expect. Well, then this isn't going to be your device, bro.
Because how dare you insult my intelligence by selling old technology, cheap drop shipping feeling ass plastic devices. You've cut corners at every turn. This isn't premium. There's nothing premium about the Steam Deck, right? And then the fact that you can buy the Nintendo Switch, right? And the dock comes with it. Everything you need comes with it. But here you are with the Steam Deck paying more money, okay? And
yeah, what Switch version are you buying there, dipshit? The OG model, the OLED. If you're buying the OG model, yeah, you get the dock. You only get 32 gigs of storage. Good luck playing any games. Oh, you want those games? Guess what? You're going to be buying them all again.
a la carte that shit on top of this, and people are somehow fucking grateful because, well, I like my PC games on the go. Get a fucking laptop, moron.
Get your head out of your ass, or maybe I shove a laptop up your ass. And then you'll have to connect an external mouse so you have enough room to actually move your hand while you try to circle jerk yourself. Because that's what I get with these type of videos. You just like to hear yourself fucking talk and think your point is 100% accurate. And again, I'm not saying the deck's for everybody. Far from it. But you are also so fixated on I'm right that you come across as totally wrong. A real gamer sees the different perspectives. I see a console perspective. I see a X, Y, or Z. And I hate the term real gamer. I can understand why. I'm not a Call of Duty guy. I think the last good Call of Duty was the original Modern Warfare that came out in 2007. Everything else is fucking garbage. It's the same thing repeated every fucking year. But I can see why people like it. A real gamer is open to different avenues. So if you want to be a real gamer, be open to different avenues, which you aren't, because you want your way of gaming and only your way of gaming. This is a lot about you. Basically, says a lot about you being a closed-minded prick.
Laptop. It literally, that's all it is. That's the product you're looking for, bro. Not this bullshit right here. Okay? And the thing that pisses me off is, you know, of course, you'll have all the loser gamers come out and they'll try to tell you, oh, it's user error. You don't know what you're doing. It's like, bro, we aren't even in the same stratosphere of understanding when we talk about what it takes to be a real PC gamer. Again, I'm shelling out the money for this shit. I'm putting endless hours into modding my shit. It's not that I can't do this shit. It's that for a handheld, you shouldn't have to. Name a handheld. I dare you. I fucking dare you. Name a
1X player, Neo, etc. You're still all gonna have to do the same amount of bullshit when it comes to things like modding for Windows that you would on this. This modding is just different and you don't like that. So I'm just gonna say that the problem isn't the deck. You're just not the audience for it. And that's fine. And if you said, oh, the battery life's terrible, oh, I need all my library, etc., I would say, okay, you want all your library, you have an unreal fucking expectation of a device, period, because you're going to run into the same thing when it comes into running Windows on any device. And I mean any device. So that's not even an argument. You're not gonna play fucking, Cyberpunk on a 3050 Ti. Well, you can attempt to, but good luck for playable. You're wanting the 144 hertz or 265 hertz monitor. 240. If you want those frame rates and that refresh rate and all the other nonsense, that's you, bro. This device isn't for you. I want max everything. Cool. Go drop the money. Go get tethered to your basement room. Go jack off, mommy and daddy for more money, or however you want to fucking do it. Go show some leg in the street. I don't really give a shit. Do you, bro? But really, at the end of the day, is you just have an unreal expectation of this particular device. And if you had gotten anything like the Aya Neo or any of those similar type devices, you would still run into the same fucking issues, just in a different way and a more familiar way.
Handheld, okay, targeted to the masses in the way the Steam Switch was, okay, with all their commercials and advertisement, that needed this much tinkering, this much babying, this much holding. None of it. Not PS Vita, not 3DS, not Nintendo Switch, none of them. Because the truth is, all their shit works. And that's the message here. That's why you shouldn't buy this. Because everything doesn't just work. It requires waiting, it requires patience, it requires babying, it requires a hell of a lot of troubleshooting. I had emulation working on this thing, and it just randomly stopped working because something got screwed up with one of the more recent updates. So some shit like that can even happen. And when your experience is so hit and miss at the...
It's emulation. It's never perfect, you idiot. Like, if you want perfect play for emulation, get the fucking hardware that it originally designed for, then run it. Like, if you're expecting emulation to be perfect, you're an idiot. Now, if something's working and it breaks, welcome to the PC gaming, dude.
Time, one moment you're having fun with it, and then the next you've got to go Google something. This product is bullshit, and you're paying a lot of money for a bullshit experience. And for that, go buy something better like a laptop. It's cheaper or the same price with more power, and it is every bit as portable. That's the message. Take it or leave it. Don't.
It's more powerful, right? So this is a Zen 2 4-core 8-thread, 16 gigs of RAM, roughly like a 760 GPU-ish, GTX 760, maybe a 960, somewhere in that neighborhood, Maxwell process GPUs. And your take is go buy a laptop. So I need the mouse, I need the power brick. If I want to be the real gamer, why would I go and buy a 3050 Ti? You're talking about being a real gamer. Why would I go buy a 3050 Ti model? Why would I want to carry the mouse, the real gaming mechanical keyboard, and the high DPI mouse and everything else, and need a desk and all that surface area? Or the surface area is determined by how much length of arm I decide. And again, it's not for you. Cool. Doesn't make you any less of a chode or a dick or a moron and having unrealistic expectations. Really, that is the crux of this. If you want a RTX 3080 experience on a handheld because Master Race, you're a moron. That's all it's going to chalk down to.
Care how you feel about this video, but the Steam Deck is a garbage product, and I don't recommend it for anybody. That is going to be my official review on it. That is my official stance on it. It doesn't really have the proper support that it needs, and everybody seems to be glossing that over like, oh, but they're still working on it. If you have a relationship with a business that is giving you IOUs from day one, that's your business. I don't do business that way. When I pay you in full up front, you better deliver the product. If you fail to deliver the product in any way, you're a garbage company. Because
yeah, you'll support a garbage company with garbage practices for content creators like you, like Nintendo. Intelligent. That speaks the volumes, all I needed. So I'll make this point again. If you're a console gamer, regardless of the hardware, PC, the only one that is the exception is the Switch. But if you're a console gamer, you are a PC gamer. And even if you game only on the Switch or a cell phone or a tablet, you are a gamer. You are a real certified gamer. Your tastes in games are just different. This guy is like a hip hop gatekeeper or a metal elitist who have a, that's not real metal, that's not real hip hop. Here's a real opinion. It's bullshit that you gatekeep. I can like console gaming and I can like PC gaming. I can dive into PC gaming and not have to spend $8,000 for a halfway decent rig. If you want to, that's your prerogative. That's the flexibility of PC gaming. The other flexibility of PC gaming is go buy a fucking console, because other than the Switch, they're all x86. And the Switch is actually also, a PC, because it runs ARM on NVIDIA. And every cell phone possible is also a console or a computer. So a real PC gamer, your personal computing platform of choice is just Windows, bro. You're just too stupid to realize that's, like, honestly, really what it boils down to for me is you're just too stupid to realize that that is what it is for you. It doesn't run Windows. Whatever. And also, your other problem is you have the expectation of, I want a 3080 or 3090 or 4090 or a 2080 as far as performance in a fucking handheld. Bruh, have you looked at NVIDIA's GPUs lately? Have you looked at any GPUs lately? They are 3 times the size of the Steam Deck. The 4090 is as big as the PS5. And are they really going to cram like what's recommended for the 4090, like a 1200 watt power supply, 1400, 1500 watt power supply? You're just unrealistic. And unfortunately, you're just too stupid to see that. But, when you have your head firmly shoved up your ass and planted there because, you don't want to actually have it exit because you like the smell of your own shit. Every time you open your mouth, you just refill that chamber. So keep on talking, bro. Like the smell of your shit, I guess.